Heads up. If you have kids around,
parental advisory is in effect.
This is the Bone is Bone podcast with Lamont and Tonelli.
It's like water torture.
Baby Huey.
Shasta
And Joe Hawk.
Welcome back to the Bonus Bone podcast. Shasta and the gang, Lamont, Tonelli, and Joe Hawk. Not the whole gang. Baby Huey is not here today, but we move on.
So with him gone, it's just half the gang.
He's the asshole.
The gang.
So
he's the asshole for not showing up.
Right, exactly. So that is the topic today. The question is, and this may be an ongoing feature. I feel like it will be.
It's going to be.
The question is, am I the a-hole? Yes. Am I the asshole?
And it started off because we both know our buddy Guy.
Yes.
Who is a great guy. And every time I talk to him, he runs a butcher shop restaurant, high-end steaks. It's called the Butcher Shop by Nico.
Yeah.
I'll give him a free plug on this one.
Absolutely.
And they also own a number of different restaurants. So every time I talk to him, for like the last 2 years, when you're coming down, so I can take care of you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And on Saturday, I was kind of in the neighborhood the way I was exiting the city. This was on Friday when I was exiting the city, and I looked and I said, I think I'm going to be near Guy's shop. Yeah. So I texted him. I said, hey, are you in? He goes, yeah, drop by and see me. So I dropped by to see him and talk to him for a bit. And he says, so what's up? And I go, well, you know what? I'm going to get some dumplings from Dumpling Time, and that's one of the restaurants that they own.
Right. He's part owner in like
next
5
door
restaurants.
to his shop.
Right.
He goes, oh, great. What do you want? I go, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Because I really don't eat that kind of food. But I have something called Fried Rice Friday that every Friday I go for fried rice.
Which I might adopt myself into your family just for Fried Rice Friday.
Exactly. But I go to different places all the time to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
And I realized that Dumpling Time has fried rice. So I go to the restaurant with Guy. He said, what do you want? I go, I don't know. I don't really eat this kind of food that often. And he says, well, you need some of this. You need some of this. And there was a gal working there who I think was the manager. She goes, oh, you need this and this. So they ordered about 8 different things for me. I said, and the reason I need some fried rice.
Yeah.
So we got fried rice on the thing too. Well, she's totaling it up on this handy dandy little gizmo she has there, her electronic gizmo.
One of those like square things.
Right.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Guy gives her a credit card. And she charges, and I go, hold it. I said, You're paying for this? He goes, I always do, which I didn't know he always paid.
Which doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Since he's a part owner.
Right. If you're a part owner, I don't know.
Maybe it's his way of just tracking it.
I don't know. That's what I thought. I go, well, no, I don't want you to pay. I can pay. I started pulling out my credit card. He goes, put it away.
And you weren't going for the wallet because you're not that kind of guy.
I was going for the friggin' wallet.
You were really
No. I pulled my card out. I go, no, I don't want you to have to pay for this. I said, I thought that you were like the grand poobah around here.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I said, are you not one of the executives in the company? He goes, yeah, but I don't like to do that.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm an old-fashioned guy that I will pay for it. I go, well, so am I. So now I feel like a complete asshole because this guy's buying me dinner.
And he's like, I don't do that, but I'm doing it for you.
Right.
So
Now it's even worse. And I know. And we had already had a conversation how hard this guy works.
Well,
he does.
Maybe he was using a corporate credit card and was charging it back to the company.
I asked him that. I said, is that a corporate card?
Yeah.
He goes, oh, no, that's my card. So that's
Nice
what
try,
I thought,
Mel.
too. I thought it was a corporate card.
I mean, here's the
Just
thing.
balancing the books.
Because of who this person is, I know him. His daughter's like my daughter.
Right.
He is one of Jay's best friends, so I know him very, very well. He didn't think twice about it.
Oh, I felt like an asshole.
This is who he is. Like, he's just a caregiver. He takes care of the people he loves. Like,
But
he never
that's
thought
not
twice.
one of the reasons I didn't expect
stop
him.
through.
Right. I dropped by to see him.
Right. Not to just get free food, but
No.
it makes you feel like an a-hole.
Oh, big time.
I would have felt like an a-hole.
Right, exactly. Tonelli, would you feel like an ass?
Oh, I always do.
New day, different
Joe?
reason.
Yeah, no, I kind of had the similar kind of experience, during my time as a sales rep for a few of the breweries around here. Like, I got used to like maybe 1 or 2 beers while I'm there doing sales.
Right.
Right.
But if I come out,
On a Friday night or Saturday night.
and they really hook it up with either complimenting all of my drinks, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, or just completely, covering my whole bill. It's like, I don't have cash. I want to still charge me so I can still tip your waiter and waitresses.
Well,
that's the one part, because I am terrible with remembering to bring cash
Me
with me out.
Me too.
And like, that's the one thing that really makes me feel like an asshole is, one, forgetting cash to, just in case to tip.
Yeah.
And two, is like, I want to support your business.
Right. That's what I said when we were talking about this on air. You want to support the business. You want to support Guy. He's your friend.
He's a good guy.
And it puts you in a situation where your hands are kind of tied. He wasn't going to let you pay.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they feel the same way because you guys have a working relationship.
Exactly.
Pacifica Brewery. That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Helen, one of my dear friends, owns a fantastic brewery. Free plug, Pacifica Brewery. The
Check them out on Bonafide Brews podcast.
That's right. That's right. She's lovely. I always want to go in there to see her, hang out with her. They honestly have the best food ever. I put them on my last meal on the podcast.
Yes.
Remember we talked about their salad. But she always sends me home with beer. And I'm like, Helen, stop it. And she gets offended if you don't. I don't want to offend her and take it.
You've seen all the beer I've come back after podcast interviews.
Dude, it's crazy.
Oh, that's why you do the podcast.
Now I'm definitely
That's how he gets paid.
So you are the asshole.
No, I'm the asshole because they insist on giving me like almost two. One brewery gave me 2 flats worth of beer. That was almost 48
Oh, what
cans.
a shame.
I know, what a shame. But it's like,
but you do feel like
you feel like a complete.
It's like, this is a lot of money that you can like.
It is a lot of money that they could make.
I don't mind going home with a 4-pack. That's nothing.
Right.
But you're giving me a full case.
So that's your limit. Then
that's
the 4-pack.
the limit.
Yeah, like that's
4-pack of
threshold.
each brew that they have.
It was almost like that. It was nuts.
How about you, Tonelli?
Well, and it doesn't come down to tit for tat or favor for favor, but I was thinking back and I was like, wow, how do I narrow this down? Because most of my asshole moments are drinking related. And I'm thinking, well, there was that time, and then, there was this other time.
I wish my asshole moments were drinking related. They're not. They're personality related.
But that pause after you said asshole was like, oh, here we go.
But I bring this one up just because Lamont was there, and I actually think it's kind of funny. We were in Atlanta for a radio conference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was great.
And we were out drinking one of the nights we were there for the conference at a place long gone. See, Buckhead was the old drinking. That was like the Bourbon Street of Atlanta back in the day.
Right. I've heard of it, yeah.
And now it's all gentrified
It's really nice, isn't
and
it?
shopping district.
Yeah.
But back then it was dive bar after dive bar, literally like Bourbon Street.
Oh,
Sounds
okay.
like my kind of place.
Right.
Yeah. So we were at a place called Lulu's Bait Shack.
Yeah, this is a good time.
And Lulu's was just a hot, sweaty bar, humid in Atlanta, no air conditioning. And they sold these drinks that came in, those like, you see them at pet stores all the time, the glass, half round fish bowls.
Yeah.
That are flat on both sides, but they're kind of round like that.
Yeah.
So they sold fish bowls.
They sold fish bowls.
Drinks, yeah.
They were plastic and they'd load them up with ice.
Fun.
And they had like rum drinks and punch drinks that they put in there with these long straws that had to be at least 2 feet long. And then they would put,
I forgot about this. This
I
is
have
a
a
great
hangover
story.
4 or 5 straws into a fish bowl if you had 4 or 5 people at the table and you'd all be, sucking on
Paul
the same
only
drink.
had himself at the
I was
table.
going to say, in Paul's case, he had all 5
But I
in
had
his
one
mouth.
fish bowl for myself.
Yeah.
With the long straw, and we'd had a couple of those, and the place was packed.
Yeah.
And they had a DJ in there.
Yeah.
That was playing tunes, and there was a dance floor, and Lamont and I are standing there, and I got my fish bowl, and had this long straw.
And this DJ, by the way, thought he was the show.
The DJ was... Yeah, he thought he was it. I mean, he was really obnoxious.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you think of your worst image of a club DJ, just, hey, how you doing?
Oh, yeah.
He was that kind of guy.
Halfway through the songs, and is everyone dancing?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. So I'm behind Lamont, and I said, obviously Lamont's about 1.5 feet taller than I am. So I said, don't move. And I put the straw on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And I was hiding behind him, and I wadded up some napkin in my mouth.
No, you did not.
Yes, he did. And then, by the way, how big were the straws? It was like a friggin' shotgun.
It was-
coming out of the
I bet.
thing.
I bet. It's like a
Sniper rifle.
cannon.
I was like on the grassy knoll, and and nobody could see me because I'm hiding behind Lamont with, I'm kind of like a sniper.
Oh, my God.
And,
Spitball sniper.
and spitball. at the DJ. I think I might have missed the first time or two.
Yeah.
But like on the third one, I nailed him right in his face.
Next jab in the forehead. It was fantastic.
And it was just sticking there because it was so wet.
That is terrible.
He freaked out.
Ballistic.
He got on the microphone and started screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Which made it funnier.
Of course.
He got on the microphone and started screaming, yelling, pointing at somebody. A fight started in the bar.
Yes,
And-
with the DJ because he pointed, kick him out. That guy fucked me up. He threw. Yeah.
In the meantime, I dropped the straw, right? I'm
Right.
just like, wow, look at this. What the hell is going on? And fight ensued. He wanted to kick somebody out. We ended up kind of making our way out of the bar.
I bet.
And
I bet you did.
I don't know. Does that make me an asshole?
I think that kind of makes you an asshole, Paul.
I mean, I love you, but I kind of think it might.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen, though, the way he reacted.
Oh, my God.
And just started picking on some poor guy who had no idea why he was
That's right.
getting
There was a
yelled
guy
at.
on the dance floor that was just like,
What happened?
what did I do?
That is terrible, but also funny.
Yes, exactly.
Like that, and that does. How long ago was this?
Oh, it was years ago.
Yeah,
okay.
about 20 years ago,
Back-
maybe
back in my
25.
That was last
days.
summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm sure I've done some turdish things when I was drinking. I was thinking more like personality traits. And this is terrible. And it totally makes me an asshole. I know. But I'm not a very social person. People always think that's weird because I'm on the radio and I seem very social, but I'm just not. And so like Jay always wants to throw parties, right? Like, at our home.
Right.
And I don't like it. My house is
You
my
guys used to host
Your
Halloween.
sanctuary.
It's my sanctuary. It's my safe place. And I think part of it is because we are on the radio and we are always on, right? That's just
Right.
part of our job. So when I'm at home, I'm just chill.
Yeah.
Like, it's quiet. I'm chill. It's very zen. It's very meditative and all the things.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm looking at Joe. Jay, Jay, if we,
That's a Freudian
I know.
slip there.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Jay he wants to have a party and he would put it in the Pacifica Tribune. Like he invites
Right.
everyone.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of those people that likes a lot of people around him.
Also Italian.
Italian. He
like
likes to
those
take care of
parties.
people and all that stuff. I'm like, if I have my besties, like you guys are all in that group. So
Yeah.
congratulations, you made it.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't fire me.
I have a very small group of people that I'm really, really, really attached to. And other than that, I'm like, I'm good.
Now,
Yeah.
see, you sound like my wife, but she's just embarrassed by where we live.
Okay, that is a different
Yeah,
thing. I
yeah.
do love my own. I'm just not a big entertainer. I don't like to throw parties and be
You're
like
like me.
Martha Stewart.
I really don't care. 4 or
Right.
5 people, that's it.
but
Yeah.
does that make us
Yeah.
an asshole?
No.
I just
I don't
I
think
like
so.
I protect my space and I'm
Right.
like I don't want a bunch of people over.
Yeah.
Jay thinks I'm such a bitch for it. He's always like, babe, don't you want to show off our home? It's a lovely home. We love our friends. Don't you want to like entertain? And I'm like, no.
One at a time.
I don't.
God.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I love you all.
We
Yeah.
would have
No.
been, our wedding, mine and Sam's, would have had a lot more if I had the final say on the guest list.
Oh my God.
Like-
Absolutely. Jay,
Yeah.
all of Pacifica would have been there. Yeah. No, I was like, can we just elope, please? This is ridiculous.
Right? Exactly.
Like guys usually say that they don't want to be in on the planning of the wedding. Oh no, Jay was like, oh no, but we got to have this and we got to have that. I was like, oh,
How do you think we got a hockey theme in my wedding?
you had a hockey thing?
You
I
didn't
don't remember.
notice?
No.
Really?
Did you?
Didn't notice.
I don't remember.
What?
I was there. I didn't notice.
There was, the numbers were hockey sweaters on the
The
tables.
number-
Oh.
Oh, I do remember that. I do
and
remember that.
And our topper was mine and Sam bobbleheads in our teams.
I don't remember that. All I remember from your wedding, although
You guys stole a golf cart.
that's what I remember from your wedding.
are
We
you
stole
all
a
an
golf
asshole?
cart.
Yeah, I was like, now are you guys assholes for not waiting for the shuttle?
No, I don't. I think it was it you that stole the golf cart, Lamont?
I
think
don't
it
know.
was. I have
can't
video
remember.
of us because I'm
Yeah.
hanging off the side of it.
Yeah.
And that's really my big memory from your wedding. Although
Well, it was you,
lovely.
Huey, and Lamont. On
And
a
Jay.
Small, and Jay on
Yeah,
a golf
it was all of us
Yeah.
on a small little group. Tonelli, were you there?
I was not
No.
there.
Yeah, he
I
missed
didn't make
it.
it.
I was like, I hadn't had that many drinks by then.
He was an asshole. He missed it.
I'm the asshole. Just fill in
You
the
had
blanks.
to go give an award, I think, or whatever.
Probably.
Some
Yeah.
Italian thing.
So
All
you
right.
should just have one big party every year, satisfy Jay. People have the impression that you throw a great party, and it's just one time a year.
But that's one time a year that I wouldn't want to do that.
I'm glad that you're with
Yeah,
me
no,
on this. We
no.
used to do this for Halloween, and I'll
Right.
tell you why we stopped.
Yeah.
We stopped when we started inviting kids. Because some people's kids are a-holes. Sorry, I said it. I said what I said.
No, I agree.
A kid turned on our barbecue while the cover was on it. Melted part of our barbecue cover. I'm standing in the kitchen and I'm getting things for everyone because that's what you do when you host.
Yeah.
And I smell like burning something. And I'm like, what is that? I'm running around like a mad woman, run outside, and there's like a small fire starting on our barbecue
The one year
cover.
I missed it.
I know, right? That same party, somebody had sprayed their kid's hair with like black spray paint for whatever they were dressed up as. I don't remember.
Right.
And they're sitting in our recliner, rubbing their head.
It's like
on
the
our
Jerry
recliner.
Curl scene out of Coming to America.
Right.
Oh, my God, yeah.
It was that moment on our gray recliner. So they get up and there's just black spray paint all over our recliner. This is all in the same night.
Yeah, it's not.
And after that, I was like, no more. I'm done.
No more parties?
Like, I'm done. So we
Did you
haven't
keep
had
the
one.
recliner? Do you still have the recliner?
I did. I was able to get it out. It took me like
I would have left the stain there to remind Jay no more parties.
All your fault, Jay.
Yeah.
He is such a social butterfly, and I'm an introvert. Again, no one believes this, but I am naturally
I believe it. I'm
an
the same
introvert.
way.
I'm a crab. I'm a Cancer. I like to be in my little hole, and that's
I'm
how
a Pisces.
I am.
I'm the same way. I don't care.
Okay, so we're the assholes together.
Exactly.
Now, here's a question. Like, when you first had Cody and your friends who were, without kids, stuff like that, asking you and Jay to go out, and you said no, did you feel like an asshole for saying no?
No.
No, I just enjoy saying no to people.
Well, yeah, that's...
Because I'm an asshole.
The truth is a lot of times I will feel guilty. I feel guilty if there's no reason for me to say no other than I'm just tired or I don't want to or I'm not feeling social.
Right.
Oftentimes I'm just not feeling social and it has nothing to do with anyone.
Tanel's
other
the
than
best
me.
at that because he always has an excuse not to do everything.
Teach me your ways. I need some excuses.
It's so funny because I was looking back at some things going, hey, people go, hey, do you want to do this? Well, I'm going to be out of town that weekend. That's always Tonelli's first response, and then I can't use that excuse.
He beat you to the punch, huh?
Yeah.
The worst is when you agree to something months in advance.
Oh, and you forget about it?
And then it comes down to it, and you're like, son of a bitch, I really don't want to do this.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst, and I'm
Or
the
you're
queen
like
of
me,
it.
just forget. And then you really feel like an asshole.
And then you really are the a-hole.
I volunteered to do some interviews in town a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
In conjunction with some positions they were hiring where I live. And they needed some residents to chime in. Hey, would you be a part of the interview? Yep. And they reminded me, yep, I'll be there. Yep, I'll be there. That morning, I got a phone call. And they're like, hey,
Where are you?
are you going to... Yeah, completely forgot.
No, I'm out of town.
No, I got down there, but they held up the entire process.
wow.
Like an hour and a half by the time I got there.
Oh, wow.
So, am I an asshole?
Yeah, I think in this scenario.
Yeah, horse on you, man.
Talk about feeling like an asshole. I just showed up late, and they're like, all right, we can get started now.
Oh, God. You walk in and you're like,
Yeah, well, because they had other people on the interview panel, right?
Right.
Like 4 or 5 other people that had gotten there on time.
So when they started saying, listen, I only have about 15 minutes because I got something else to do.
Yeah.
Hey, can we speed through this?
Yeah, something else I remembered that I had agreed to do. That is the worst.
man.
Okay, you guys are making me feel better. Thank you very much. I always thought I was a total asshole, but I guess not.
I like this feature.
Yeah.
I know.
Look the
Am
ball.
I an asshole?
Look the ball. You'll feel great about yourself.
We will bring this back around. I guarantee you Smelly has stories like this.
Oh, yes,
But
absolutely.
Smelly's like me. I think he deals with guilt. So I think he'll have some
Come
guilt-ridden
on.
stories
Smelly
as well.
is the definition of
So we'll have him on next time we talk about it. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. As always, we love you so much. And we'll talk to you next episode of the Bonus Bone Podcast. Bye.
Love.
Love, love.
See you.